Cut you like a fish and spill your sauce. Kill the track with no remorse. Spit those balls till I get hoarse. Break his face like I'm the man. It's no fact that I'm the man. Want my tracks on high demand. Smack your face with a sheep pen. Stick your throat with the guillotine. One man army with a team. Wanna scheme in your dream. Cannot run that laser beam. Niggas never had that block on lock. All that bullshit needs to stop. All you do is lie a lot. I had sacks right in my sock. What you do is search for a purse. Pop them shits like they all search. Put a grenade in your wife's purse. Top of the grade on this nice verse. Hit you with that Novocaine. All you had yourself to blame. Most these rappers have no shame. Welcome to my hall of pain. Bumming out, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming out, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Break your graffiti in your face. Kill that beat, don't leave a trace. Hopefully don't catch a case. Opposition isn't safe. Bomber that is mad as fuck. Got it locked like Attica. Fuckery, I had enough. Growing up, I had it rough. But my family held it down. Let me get a couple rounds. Toast to my dudes at Ghost Town. Charlatans is not around. Zap the taste right out your face. Every day I paper chase. Had the safe at mother base. Use a waste of the human race. Shout come boss. Got my rivals seeing stars. Not celebrities retard. Hit in the dark, throwing darts. Now you know the consequences. Niggas on the way and hopping fences. Got it from the mud deep in the trenches. This track slaps hard, knock him senseless. Bumming out, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Bumming out, so don't get better. Don't want that shit on my sweater. Go gorilla for that cheddar. Don't be a victim, just get better. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop. Now pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. Pop, there goes your top. This bumper clock will never stop.
Yo. Fresh white paper, hip-hop maker. Blasting through the speakers, gonna disturb the neighbors. I'm off on the bed, so you know she caught the vapors. Smoking that loud with the Hennessy chaser. Fly like a pilot, she feeling on my privates. I'm drinking like a pirate and fighting like I'm Irish. But I know to be a tyrant. The track is really biting. I'm getting real excited. Ain't no time for biting. Lyrical stamina, bring it to an amateur. Pussy slam dancing up, probably on camera. Daily illustrationist, been a hood favorite. Mr. Illy Bang, stay street like the pavement. Architect with the bars, got my weed from Mars. Winning from my slap will leave your face scarred. Respect my cabinet, put you in the emblem. Light you on fire, so sage can light a cigarette. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. I spit the hot flame just like I was dousing. See rise my cock cause it says bouncing. Front rush your legs, sweep your face on water fountains. You lost your manhood, still never found it. You think you fly like a child, you're grounded. See you on the avenue, people always clown them. He's an embarrassment, don't wanna be around them. Throw him into Bronx River, go ahead and drown him. The juggernaut of rap, steady like a spike bat. Catch him with a pimp strap and spitting that white crap. I beat a silverback, mixed with a bear. Turn up, mix the alcohol with beer. Got that weed smoke in the atmosphere. On my way to the strip club, hell yeah. Beats get body, you can't stop me. I love shorty head game and sloppy. I roll with tyrants that's controlling the environment. Keep tracks firing, keep the streets admiring. All these other bums should be retiring. Give them the pink slip, please just fire them. Balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. Smoking that good loud, yes indeed. Your balls don't got venom just like me. You can't move crowds just like me. Grew up in the struggle just like me. OTG always succeed. That's right. Katayu Maraskons. Juggernaut of rappers in the goddamn building. Word up, BX representative. Smack the shit out the damn president. 1, 2, 1, 2. They'll be able to do the council roundtable. My bad for being a little tardy. I just came from eating some supper. I'm mad I said supper. That sounded so old school. But yeah, I just came from eating. What's going on, Black Saw? How you feeling? We're gonna get to it. Definitely gonna get to it. Um, but first and foremost, for those out there that don't know, I was on King Leo's live last night. Make sure you check out the content over in his channel. No dirt sheets. You know what I'm saying? I got the Monday Night Munchies up for y'all like that food porn. I got that food porn for you. Monday Night Munchies just posted this Monday. Um, we will be live tomorrow for what's that? Beach bash, beach break. Lord knows I need a damn break, but we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep working. We're going live tomorrow for AEW Beach Break. We also gonna go live for Friday. You already know how we give it up with the routine, with the schedule programming. Also the bum out of the week, and then if not that night, tomorrow. No, excuse me. If not that night, Saturday night, I will be doing some gaming content. Capcom Collection Classics Part 2 is coming out this week. So I'm going live with that right there. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be on this journey with me. You already know they got the Capcom vs. SNK Part 2. They got both of the Power Stones. They got rival schools. All that good ish. So I can't wait for that. We're gonna have fun with that. King Leo said he was gonna he might end up coming through and playing the game with us and all that, playing the Capcom collections. I told him come on with it. I ain't ducking no smoke, especially when it comes to Street Fighter. He said he want to play some Street Fighter. I said, let me go. Got Ballet and Black Star in the building. What to do though? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, be Sabu. And I know y'all heard me call him Sabum from before, but I'm always respectful. I was calling him that out of fun, out of entertainment, whatever the case may be. But I could never deny the fact that this dude contributed a lot to ECW. Definitely gave us some moments against Rob Van Dam, Taz. Remember, there was that real big storyline. It was like a year-long storyline between Sabu and Taz. When Taz is choking dudes out left and right, suplexing dudes, breaking their necks, begging for Sabu to come back. Because I think Sabu went on some type of hiatus. And then he had finally came back. Remember, the whole arena went dark. And when the lights came back on, there goes Sabu. Like Batman or something. The long-awaited rivalry. Finally, this dude shows up. And for a whole year, we was all invested. We all wanted to know where's Sabu at. This dude Taz keep calling out Sabu. Where's Sabu? And he finally showed up. And I think it was for the Barely Legal pay-per-view. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, be like I always remembered watching ECW when I was in the Bronx. It used to come on Friday night. Every Friday night, like at 1:00 in the morning. And then after he left ECW, his career wasn't the same.
You know what I mean? He tried to do what he do in WCW, tried to do what he do in WWE. He was in there for a short period of time and all that, and it just wasn't the same. It didn't hit the same. Remember when they had him beefing with this dude Cena for a short period of time? Remember when this dude Vince called him somebody from the Taliban? Just good memories, man. You know. Now, there's a reason why this dude Black Sauce said, he broke up Joey Janela's name. Now, this according to reports. Basically, this dude Sabu couldn't even get up for his final match. He was in bed and like he couldn't even move. I guess from all the pain, because his body took a lot of hits, the wear and tear, and I guess somebody from GCW, whoever it was, gave him a certain type of drug or whatever the case may be. Maybe I could tell me the name of the drug. So I don't want to say the wrong drug. They gave it to him to get out of bed or whatever. So he was all pumped on that, and remember, allegedly he was an addict, whatever the case may be. So people was trying to sit there and say that, oh, just because he took that one drug at that time, how was it possible for him to to pass away? For y'all out there that don't know, when you're an addict and you take something to trigger it, it's a downward spiral from there. It could be anything, any type of stimulant, uh, beer, weed, whatever the case may be. That one little thing, or even being around somebody that's doing that stuff. You don't even have to be in. You don't even have to indulge. You can just be around it, and boom, it triggers you. That you end up, doing what you're not supposed to be doing. And people was basically saying that maybe it was a downward spiral ever since he had took that specific drug for that weak ass match that he had with Joey Janela at Spring Break, GCW Spring Break. I guess after that it was like a downward spiral, and unfortunately, he passed away. We all don't know for sure, but it's all speculation out there here and there, and it just sucks, because 60 years old, it is young, it's young, but Sabu been through some wars, you know. He was blessed to make it that far. If we really want to be real, you know, we all remember the stuff he went through. His whole body was tangled in barbed wire, for fuck's sake. But he lived by the sword, and unfortunately, that's how he lived his life, from the rooter to the tutor, and for that he deserves a salute. Like, he always been who he was till the end, and that says a lot. So Sabu, we're definitely gonna miss you. Thanks for the memories. It was Kratom. Black Sauce says it's Kratom. What it does is that it makes you not feel the pain. He was a 60-year-old like perk angle to give you a picture. Yeah. Yeah, man. Rest in peace to him, man. Rest in peace to Sabu, B. Condolences to his family. 'Cause, 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 Yeah, quick little moment of silence for him. Well, we're gonna get to other things, B. We got Raw. We got, like I said, we got beach break predictions. We got this dude Tove about to pull up and talk about the Diddy case. Update us on that. So I'm about to open up the floodgates, B. How does that sound? You already know, but hit that thumbs up, B. For y'all in the bushes too. I know who be in the bushes. Hit that thumbs up and stop playing. Hit that thumbs up and stop playing. If y'all feeling generous, y'all see the motherfucking cash app down there. If y'all feel a little generous and all that. Fucking Raw. Do we still get an explanation yet for why these dudes just clicked up? I've noticed Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman. I guess we're never gonna get a reason for it. Motto, what did you do? Bum to take showed up at NXT again. Shit. What you doing over there again? He caping for this dude, Obafemi? I'm telling you. Obafemi needs to stay the fuck away from Undertaker, B. Undertaker's bad luck. Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what this dude Tove got to say about this Diddy case. I've heard a few things, but I'm gonna let him do his thug thizzle. They go to link. Pow! Right there. Black Soul, you already know how I give it up, B. Like, if your internet starts with that choppy shit, I'm gonna have to have you stay in the chat. I'm letting you know now.
It was good. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you good. What's going on, Nate?
What's going on? Sabu.
Because I had to clear the data on my laptop. So hopefully that
Well,
works.
yes, I'm watching porn.
I don't watch porn.
Okay.
You full of shit. You don't watch porn?
Like not on the laptop though?
Nah, you watch sports probably, a lot of sports stuff.
Yes, I do.
Gotta clean out your couch.
Yeah, B. Sabu.
Oh my god. I told you that story back in the day in New Britain. It was a funny story too, because like I went to an event in New Britain, it was ECW in Molly. It was at the Sting, and they had a strip club next door called Molly Malone's. So first I went to CVS. Rob Van Dam and Jerry Lynn were there to buy condoms because they're probably gonna fuck the strippers after the show. I walk by Little Caesar's Pizza. I see Balls Mahoney chowing down on some pizza. Then I get to the show. Sabu breaks the fan propeller, and then he elbows me almost in the back of the head when I gave him I touched the back of his shoulder, and I bought his fucking shirt too. Nice going, Sabu.
That sounded like a wild night.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, the
good,
Sting.
TKO.
Apparently,
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean. But apparently, according to the story, Sabu's feet was bleeding. Like he couldn't get out of bed, and his feet was bleeding.
Yeah.
So they gave him some drug that makes you feel like Perk Angle.
I'm trying to understand how the hell his feet were bleeding. How does that correlate?
I have no idea.
Sounds like maybe like gangrene or something, maybe gout.
I don't know.
But like he popped out of bed like nothing was wrong.
Yeah.
2 matches in, he goes to the pay-per-view, and apparently, like according to people who were there, they said that like it made it seem like nothing was really wrong. It wasn't until he walked to the ring and hit into that bed of barbed wire that's when they realized some shit is going wrong.
Yeah, look right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So because like he popped right back up, like the fuck you just.
So basically, he's in pain. They give him he takes some kind of drug to take away the pain. Then he goes into a match and feels more pain, and then he feels the pain after the drug wears off.
What was it? Kratom?
Kratom.
That's just it though. Drugs don't really fix pain. They either make it worse or they suppress it for a minute.
Yeah.
That's my first time ever hearing about it.
Cortisone shots and stuff.
But like if you see somebody extra fucked up, right? Don't you have a contingency plan? Like, hey, lay on the ground, act like you're fucking dead. Have the replacement match come on. Have Sam whoop both of their asses.
I'll say this. Like I would say this. Like, did the match even have to happen in the first place? Was it really that serious?
That's what I'm saying. Like, have a contingency plan. That's why we give them. They have contingency plans.
It's doing it again, Black
Shark. On the back of the contingency plans, like it's
doing it again. Black Shark is doing it again.
And the dude is 60 years old. He should be wrestling. Jesus.
It's crazy because you're right now. Which is crazy because there's a reason why he was doing that shit. Motherfucker was probably broke, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now his wife died. He was going through major shit.
Yeah, I know that. She's last year? I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Model just said Kratom isn't even all that strong.
It's probably like a temporary fix, within a few hours. That's it. Oh.
So basically, it's like one of them over-the-shelf painkillers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look what Motto wrote. Exactly. Joey Janela just did that. Boom. Like Jeff Hardy.
Nah, hell no. You see what happened with that?
Well, I know. I mean,
everybody was pissed.
Yeah.
Restart the match. No. Restart the match. No.
But if they get the backstory after, I think they'd be more understandable with this situation, not with Hardy's. I mean, that's
what I was thinking too. Ballet, diabetes, poor circulation, bleeding disorders, among other medical conditions, can cause your feet to bleed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was like gout or gangrene or something like that.
My mom's legs used to swell up, but it was just fluid. It wasn't blood. It was like water.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people that go through that too. Like they'll have to take like water pills and shit like
water
that.
Pills, yeah, stuff get drained. Yep.
But you're 60 years old. You shouldn't be wrestling.
No.
Fucking 60.
It sucks because motherfuckers be having bills to pay and shit, and
they don't got 401ks in wrestling, retirement plans.
And that's why people. Black Saw. Oh my god,
dude! This portion of the show is brought to you by Styx, Mr. Roboto.
Thank you. You guys hear me now?
Yeah.
TKO, you there?
Uh-oh.
You heard that door slamming? The ninjas got him locked in the safe somewhere.
By I don't think that he should be in a match where the ropes are replaced with barbed wire.
Oh God.
He's made a career out of that shit.
Yeah, but that shouldn't.
It's
That
crazy. He
shouldn't
was
be
the
his
bum
final
out
match.
of the week.
Basically, is what I'm saying.
He was the bum out of the week a couple of weeks ago. Remember, he had took that nasty spill from that Irish whip.
Yeah, that
Oh
dude
yeah.
was that dude was crazy.
He used to super glue his cuts, like his wounds, just to get back in the
Yeah.
fight.
I
I'm like,
remember that.
Jesus. It closed it up. I'm like,
Wasn't that
God
the
dang.
time? That was the time when he was wrapped in that barbed wire.
Yeah.
And he told Bill Alfonso just to like duct tape his scars and
Duct tape his scars and stuff. Yeah.
so he can continue on with the match.
Tape it up. It was
I'm like
nuts.
my dude, you are literally sliced open. You are wild for this. A lot of people thought that was fake barbed wire too. I'm like, no,
I
nigga.
know.
Hell no. You could tell it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't fake from how it was like making his clothes rip, his attire.
Yeah.
Like the only person who was crazier than Sabu was the bank addicted drug robber.
Oh, Nick Gage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I still can't believe that Domino's pizza ad during that pizza slice cut moment. That was his perfect placement.
Model I just saw Fonzie speak on it. He said it was a split open from his elbow point to the shoulder meat. He asked for tape and glue and finished that match. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
He went into shock. Yeah, probably because of blood loss.
Yep.
Dude. Nigga, Sabu should have died like multiple times in the matches he's had.
He definitely
his
lived
neck
that
broken.
gimmick. Like him being extreme. Yeah. He was extreme. He lived that shit. Remember how they said extreme is a lifestyle? It's not only like, in the ring. Like they was kayfabe hard body in ECW. They wanted to live that gimmick.
Yeah.
And apparently Sabu was on every drug known to humankind and some known to Martians.
I mean, would you really be surprised? All the crazy shit he did, you had to be high on some shit.
Toph.
Yo.
Yo, Skinny Toe.
I know you got the scoop.
Oh God.
I know Cassie.
What's the word, man? What's the word, man?
I know Cassie just testified, so
Yeah.
So our niggas was wilding today.
that nigga fucking Diddy looked like Frank Gallagher the way he's stressed out. If you know, you know.
Yeah, we can keep it pretty pretty brief today. Today's day 2 of the trial officially. Yesterday was day 1. There's some more news incoming, but I think just for time's sake, every time we do an update, I will only update on the previous 42 hours. So yesterday was the first witness. It was the male sex worker, the one we talked about last week. And he basically said on stand what we already talked about prior. He was recruited by Diddy to, have sex with Cassie. He confirmed that Diddy watched. He also confirmed that they were on some type of Scarface liquid type of drug before and after. That sounds pretty dangerous. Today, Cassie was on stand for day 2. She's very pregnant. I don't know how far she is, but she's far enough to where you can see a pretty big baby bump.
Yeah, it's been a while because like she got pregnant right after her first pregnancy. She had just got a kid a few months ago.
Right. So she was on stand today, and she confirmed everything that the guy from day 1 said. The craziest part, though, was she said that the Diddy parties could go as long as 3 to 4 days straight. No food, no water, not even a shower. So, yeah. Diddy's mom was there, and Diddy's daughters were there. The mother stayed, but the daughters walked out. One of the daughters apparently was vomiting, and they had to call emergency services for her. So,
Like, aren't those kids
Damn.
severely underage?
Jesus.
yeah, they're young. I don't know
Yeah,
their exact
I
age,
think
but
they're
they're not adults at
about
all.
like
They're like
17, 16, like
Yeah,
17
they're
the
still in,
oldest.
yeah, they're
They're
still in school.
twins.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel sorry for them. Like they're just innocent kids. They don't know what the fuck any of this shit is.
Yeah, I legitimately think so too. I think this is all new to them
Right.
because
They should
they
not be
seem,
hearing any of this.
they probably just wanted to pull up for support. I didn't think
Right.
they knew what they was. I don't think they knew what they was gonna end up bumping into. I don't know why they.
Mhm.
I don't know why they didn't tell them like, look, this is some heavy shit. Are you sure you want to come through?
Right. Diddy's demeanor was just described as just calm. Wasn't sweating, wasn't sad, wasn't angry. Just kind of like a la da 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 da. Like I'm just kind of just sitting here. So I don't know if the gravity of what's occurring hasn't happened or if he just knows something we don't know. But he doesn't have the demeanor of someone that is currently up shit's
Facing
creek.
life.
Maybe he's already accepted it. Who knows? I don't know what the guy's thinking. But that's where we're at right now with day 2, day 3 tomorrow, and we'll have more updates by Friday. So Diddy's. So what's the Diddy defense? So
Oh, they're
here's
18,
the-
Ballet. Oh, Ballet said the twins are 18.
Okay, yeah. So here's the Diddy defense. The defense is they're not denying any of it because there's so much documentation of it at this point. So their whole defense is basically like everything that happened was consensual and that it wasn't sexual assault, that there was no trafficking whatsoever.
3
And
or 4
as far
days
as
of food.
right,
3 or 4 days of
and as
food.
far,
Or no food, no water. That's consensual. Okay, whatever.
and as far as the Cassie assault goes, they're actually trying to like do some weird Uno reverse bullshit on it. So the lawyer basically was like, "Yes, my client did beat up Cassie, but just because he did that doesn't mean he also did this," which is kind of like, okay. So, yeah.
He said, "Yeah, my client is a monster, but he ain't that bad."
Yeah, like come on.
Like Diddy's defense is trying to treat this like life. Like such a white woman, life. Wait, what?
And
Dude,
for the people
three-
out there, Toph, like, what is he actually getting charged with?
He's
Or
getting
charged for?
charged with there's a lot of charges. The main one is the sex trafficking. That's the main one. Sex traffic because the male sex worker is basically saying that he was kidnapped. So because some people are confused about he had sex with Cassie Ventura, like does that make them swingers? No. He was kidnapped against his will, was held in the mansion, and it wasn't just him, other men were too. So basically it's slavery.
Motherfuckers really don't know what swinging is.
And there are like people that's confused out there. They'll sit there and say, "Oh, why is he getting charged for being gay? Why is he charged for having sex parties?" And it's like,
Say
no,
what?
you got to understand, like the nooks, he's making people do things beyond their will. They don't want to do these things, and they're getting they either getting pressed or they're getting paid off, whatever the case may be. They're being extorted. That's what people's not understanding. They thinking like, oh, this dude is just going around having wild sex. That's why I was telling you to elaborate what he's really being charged for. Because motherfuckers don't understand what he's actually being charged for. They just think, oh, they're trying to bring a rich black man down. Cut it out.
That's what Kanye is basically saying, but Kanye has no
Right.
standing ground on any shit that he says.
And I have to always put this out there. And a lot of people don't know this. So I actually like talking about it the few times, the rare opportunity I get. Shout outs to Nate, because Nate, you're the one that put me up on the movie back in the 2000s. And I'm sure everyone here has seen the movie. Denzel did a movie with Russell Crowe, American Gangster, where
Oh, hell
Denzel
yeah.
played
Come on,
Frank
really?
Lucas.
Really? Come on.
Yeah.
Everybody has.
Of course,
Everybody
of
has
course, you
seen
guys
American
know.
Gangster. Yeah,
Oh,
everybody
yeah,
know that.
right.
Frank
Yeah, well,
Lucas.
there's some people that may not. There's some people that may not know this. So, to those who don't know, Diddy's dad worked for Frank Lucas and got whacked. He was killed. So, if you actually watch American Gangster, a really good movie, and the way that Frank Lucas and his operation, the way he handled the drug scene, it's actually very similar to how Diddy ran Bad Boy. It's kind of creepy, actually. It really is. Like if you haven't seen American Gangster in a long time, please watch the movie. Watch the movie, and then I want you, like, after you're done watching, just go on YouTube and just look at any of like the Diddy like allegations. Very similar. Very, very, very similar. So like this shit runs in the family, bro. Like, so there's even some conspiracy theories that Frank Lucas is Diddy's dad.
I heard about that too. I heard that one too.
Like, did his mom try to have Diddy and like his family members kind of like be away from all that stuff?
Like, what do you mean?
Just kind of like living like a different neighborhood, like a different side of or like a different part of New York. Like they live near the Catskills or something like that.
Catskill, New York. That's upstate New York. Yeah, like, of course, like this dude Diddy got plenty homes. The main thing with Diddy is that we all know why the shit is tumbling down, because he flew too close to the sun. When he got at that tequila, his partners at that tequila company, I'm saying that they basically trying to be on some racist shit towards him. That's everything sort of coming down.
Nah, like
that's your match of the day, TKO.
Yeah.
My dude, you could put it in the chat too. Like,
yeah,
put it in the private chat.
I just put it in the other chat too, and yeah, that's my match of the day.
Cool.
Okay, well, let me read the. Yeah, okay. I was trying to find a shortened version because I don't want to be here all day. Okay,
yes,
this is the official. This is the official opening statement. The defendant, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka Diddy, is what this says.
You can't forget Brother Love.
I'm sorry, that Brother Love name was so stupid. Dude.
Yo,
like, what the fuck is Pritchard at? Pritchard, where's your lawyers?
I feel like that scene in Rocky IV when Apollo was getting the introduction. It took like 5 minutes. Oh my god. Okay, he's being charged with
the Dude Love entrance. That
he's the official charges are sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. It's a lot of shit.
Really, most of those charges get like 25.
Yeah,
I would say max.
Yeah,
max. Yeah.
But remember, he said no to the plea deal. So they offered a plea deal, and he said no. So because he turned down the plea deal, if he loses, he's getting life.
So they're gonna run concurrent.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeez.
What was the plea deal? How many years for the plea deal? Let's say
5 years.
Five.
That's it.
5 years.
5 years. I would have took the plea deal. Oh my god, Jesus.
As far as we know,
you sure though? Are you sure it's 5 years though, Black Star? Or are you just saying that?
I'm guessing.
I'm about to say, yeah.
5 years.
As far as we know, it's being reported that there has been witness tampering at least 3 different times. That's been reported. That's why his bail has been denied. So,
but usually in plea deals, like they shave the time considerably.
Yeah. Well, 5 years, man.
That's
They
a
didn't
hell
even,
of a, that's a hell of a deal. Though.
that's a whole lot of shaving.
Well, you'll probably get like a lot of probation. You probably have to wear an ankle bracelet and a lot of big fine. You know,
And he
so
There's
it's
probably
some other.
Remember,
not
he's
a
a flight
cakewalk.
risk. They don't even
if
want
it,
him to leave. They didn't want him to leave prison or
Right.
jail or whatever because he's a flight risk. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
exactly. He's already a flight risk, so he can't travel nowhere. So
There's some minor stories out there, nothing serious, but enough people have been reporting it. There's some stories out there apparently like no one likes him at the prison he's at, because they got to take him back at the end of it to trial. The guards don't like him. The other prisoners don't like him.
that
He
dude,
complains about the food they give him, the clothes they give him.
and
I
it
saw a
Diddy's,
report.
and
Was
it
that
Diddy's about to get the fucking Tory Lane treatment.
What
the
does
way
he?
he-
What does he
Damn.
expect? What does he expect to have a
Right.
fucking Nike prison jumpsuit or some shit like that? What's the
remember,
Yeah.
I told y'all this motherfucker had the motorbike in the fucking chair. He had the motorbike in the fucking in the prison.
what?
Yeah.
There's a
That
video
dude,
out there with him riding a motorbike in the fucking prison.
The
that
craziest
dude,
one I saw was this morning. There was a report, and again, this was all rumored, not confirmed, but
What's good,
um,
Anubis?
there was one report this morning that said he was complaining because, and I quote, he didn't get the type of soap he wanted. Like, really, bro? You're worried about soap in prison?
So
how the hell is he getting this much pull? Like, what the
This
fuck?
is Menendez brothers bad. The fuck?
Because
you're gonna get
he's
shanked.
delusional. You know what I'm
This
saying? Like
nigga,
remember, this motherfucker's been rich for how many years? So this is not a shock to his system yet because remember, they still putting shit on his books. They also doing that here and there.
this nigga is about to get the Tory Lane treatment the way he's operating. Good lord.
Kanye, Kanye's
that
not
Tory
helping
Lanez shit was
whatsoever.
filthy.
Kanye's a fucking idiot. The fact that he still has a platform now is beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, what's
The
going
reason
on
why
with
people are still trying to interview him is ridiculous. You got motherfuckers like academics interviewing him while he has a damn clan outfit on.
That
Goofy
nigga
shit.
Yo,
whack
what's
a
That
damn.
is
That nigga whack a
what's going
damn.
on with
That nigga,
Kanye in Russia? I heard his album's like banned over there. Is it that
his
bad?
album
because
is
he made
his
a song
album.
called HH.
His, no, his
The
album.
fuck?
His song got taken off of platforms because it's called Hail Hitler. Come on.
Exactly. Like I can't say it
Oh,
because
boy.
I don't want Sam to get banned.
No, it's
Yeah.
all good. I
Not
appreciate that. I
immediately.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
That
Kanye
nigga,
needs to chill before or he's gonna be next. Because
he
there's some
needs to
stories
do,
about him.
he needs to get from in front of the public eye and just do a complete overhaul. Like, dude, I don't know what he needs at this point.
He's too crazy to get overhauled. Fuck that.
He
He
needs
needs
to
to
stay the
slap.
fuck away. That's what he needs. He's
And you
done.
can't even say that, and you can't even blame it on drugs this time because
The
His
dude
mom
wasn't. The dude wasn't really
Okay.
creative in the first place. Let's really be real. The dude, all he did was sign motherfuckers and made them his ghostwriters. And when it came to his beats,
listen,
people need to
I
face reality. Most of these motherfuckers are not that talented. All they do is steal.
Like the
You
well
think
beat.
he was a thief from day one?
Who, Kanye?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Kanye, literally all of Kanye's best. I kind of put Kanye's music in the same as Ashanti's because a lot of their best hits are samples from old artists.
The
Okay. That's
motherfucker
fair.
calls himself a scientist, and he thinks that the bad German man is going to let him in. Is going to let him into to the clan
Nigga, they will
because
shoot
he's a
your.
black scientist. The fuck is wrong with him?
They gonna shoot that nigga on sight if that happens.
Anubis said he ain't been a fan of Kanye since College Dropout. But yeah, like most of that shit, other people did like those beats and wrote his bars. That's not him.
It's
Okay.
that's the sad truth. I ain't gonna pretend Kanye didn't have good tracks, but let's really be real. He's never been in the conversation of being the GOAT. There's a
I mean,
reason for
we talked
Yeah,
about
people
this.
try to force that. People try to force like, oh, he's one of the best. When?
is
Kendrick-
he
We talked about this, man. What it is, and we're definitely getting better. Not just as a black community, but as a community in general. It's just like we live in a world where it's like if someone's an entertainer, like their stuff is so good that they can be on some real stupid bullshit in real life and people just look the other way. And that was the reality of it for so long. But now it's like people are finally waking up and it's like, nah, like I don't give a fuck how good your music is. Like, you know, you on the crazy bullshit. Like, what are we doing here? Like, as far like I don't know, man. Like, I never really fucked with Kanye like that. To me, he's just doing this crazy shit because he ain't got nothing else going on. Like, am I wrong for saying that?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong for saying that. And he's on a downward spiral because a lot of motherfuckers they don't want to mess with him.
They took
So
his
he's
kids away
acting
from
out.
him. That should have been your clue, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
bro,
don't
the
even
minute,
remember the last collab he did. It's been that
bro,
long.
how the fuck do you lose your kids to a Kardashian? My nigga? You are
Jesus.
No, because he's fucking insane.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I remember it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He was going crazy on Twitter because it was his child's birthday, and it was like he was trying to call his kid, and Kim was like keeping him from him. So it's kind of sad, but in retrospect, she was that's crazy when a Kardashian is the logical one. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Bro, we are on here defending a Kardashian. Do you hear how bad
Only at the round table. You never know.
Oh, good God.
That should have been clue number one that there's something wrong here.
So basically, you're saying Kanye's the rapper version of Hogan. Well, it's bullshit. It's pretty much seems like.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably think, yo, am I wrong for saying Kanye might be worse than Hogan?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he is.
Man.
He is. You ain't lying. He is.
Like, is that a possibility?
His mama needs to slap him from heaven.
I don't know if he's worse, but he's definitely, I would say, in the same bracket as Hogan.
He's definitely on blacklist time, like Hogan for sure. Yeah.
Nah.
What he said, did he have that one tweet? He said he woke up and said, "Hey, I think I'm white." Oh my god!
I know. Kanye was like one of the first people to walk around with a free puff shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh god.
Wearing old school Sean John shirts.
I ain't seen a Sean John shirt.
He has a diamond Nazi chain. Somebody slap him.
Yeah, he got the swastika shit. Like he trying to promote swat, and people say, "Oh, we gotta understand. It's a reason why." You know, people always try to fucking bend their mind like a pretzel to try to understand what Kanye West means. No, it means what he means. The motherfucker said he's racist. He's been saying that shit for years.
Bumping his music.
I think the beginning of the end was
his music.
I think the beginning of the end was that time he interrupted Taylor Swift at that show. That was a long time ago.
Was it the Grammys?
No. It was the MTV thing. It was the MTV. That was back when MTV was like still good. But
that shit was slow pitch softball. Compared to now,
I remember at the time it was dismissed as like mean. I mean, people still meme about that to this day. But that was like the first. Actually, no. The first time was the George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Oh,
that was the
first one. Hey, he wasn't wrong.
You know, it's funny.
Mike it was Myers MTV was right Awards. Okay, Bally. Yeah, it was MTV Awards.
Jesus. Yeah, but this whole Nazi thing, do you think he does it for a reaction?
Yeah.
Just to get in the news, or whatever.
Because you notice he slowed down with this shit now because, like, he was doing that when his album was about to come out. The album, the album cover was like him and I guess a chick wearing like Ku Klux Klan robes and shit.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense. Nazis don't like fucking KKK members, so it's like
he's
stupid.
I agree with Sam, man. He's just saying shit. Because I remember last year he said he was going to start his own porn brand. He was going to call it Yay Porn, something like. I'm serious. He said he was
Yeezy Porn.
Yeah,
and he said he wanted to do a film. He wanted to do a film with Michelle Obama.
Oh my god.
I swear to God, he said that. That's exactly what he said.
Or Michael.
Oh my
He
god.
said he wanted to have Sunday service. I knew that was such bullshit the second that he fucking said it.
Oh, one more
Oh, the
thing
Sunday
about
service.
the Diddy.
Yes.
One more thing about the Diddy thing. The TD Jakes dude stepped down from his position of
I bet.
pastor.
I knew he was.
fucking bet.
I knew it.
What did he
I
do?
knew it.
I don't know
I
what he did.
knew
What
it.
did he do?
When I
I
heard,
knew he was
He about
next.
to jump on the first thing smoking. He about to be on
I
a
knew
remote
that
island
Somebody-
somewhere.
I knew that nigga was next. Oh,
No, somebody clue me in. What did he do?
he's been cool with Diddy for years. They've been seen together like at clubs. and
Yeah, clubs and parties.
shit.
Like, yo, my dude, you're a bishop. What the fuck you
Oh,
doing at a party in the
no.
club with
Yeah.
Diddy of all people
No.
at that?
oh
Yeah, so
please.
Yeah,
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
So he
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Please, these bishops, these deacons, these Christians, these religious folks, they all live double lives. Fuck out of here.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, they do. Oh yes, they do. We don't want to
You
go
gotta
down.
be joking.
We don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh god.
We definitely don't want to go down that rabbit hole when it comes to religion. We don't
yeah,
want to do that.
please. Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
one
let me,
alone.
yeah, let me stop.
Why was he in clubs with Diddy?
Because he got money.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be your reason.
Money.
That shouldn't be the reason. Because you have money. Fuck that. That shouldn't be your reason.
yeah, they
It's always the reason, bro. It's
don't know how
always
long
the
their
reason.
friendship goes back, but they've been friends for years.
Oh, there's gonna be an emotional episode. I forgot the original Sheik is tonight. The Dark
Oh,
Side
Sheiky
of the
Baby?
Ring.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
Sheiky.
original.
Nah, not
Sheik is
Sheiky Baby. The original Sheik.
Oh, I remember. Who remembers this? It was a WCW Nitro, right? I think it was like back in '95. And the
You know what it
original
is?
Sheik-
Hold on, slow down. You know what it is? It's when you yell. That's when you start glitching up. Try not
Oh.
to yell. Because
Okay,
when you
okay,
don't
okay.
yell, you be sounding good. Pause.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I'm trying not to.
yeah.
Go ahead, you good. Go ahead.
Okay. Like it was when the original Sheik was ringside in a Sabu match. He was facing JL. And like Sabu hit his Arabian moonsault on JL. And like the original Sheik came in with a fireball. It flashed it in his eyes, and the fireball wasn't planned.
I remember Sabu wrestled one Nitro because Ted Turner was like, "Oh fuck no, we're not doing that."
He wrestled twice.
He did it. He did it.
Yeah, it was like twice. It was twice, and that was light though. Like he didn't really, he really didn't go in his bag of tricks like that in them two matches, and he was already scared.
Like the second match, WCW had like those old school tables that wouldn't break.
Yeah.
Like that I think like he jumped on the chair, jumped on the ropes, and then did the DDT on, I think it was Alex Wright.
Alex Wright.
Alex Wright. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sabu was on this episode too. Yep.
And that was the Nitro Eric Bischoff gave up Raw results too because he was making fun of Shawn Michaels. Couldn't get a green belt at the YMCA. He beat Sid.
Yep.
What's good,
Like
King
I think
Leo?
Bischoff. Like I think Bischoff called Goldust a fag. On that
I
first
don't
one.
know.
A flaming fag.
Yeah, that was when.
Yeah,
that was like when
Lawler.
the Vince. That was when the Vince Bischoff heat was so bad. Vince was like about to put a hit on Bischoff. That's
I'll be back.
how much he hated him.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
That's a good one.
Heard you.
He didn't graduate college that weekend when he showed up at Slamboree, Vince. That would have been funny if he did.
But yeah, B, we're going live tomorrow for Beach Break. I'm saying my dude Samoa Joe he's the number one contender against Mox.
They actually pulled up the full card for Beach Break. So
Come
I think,
on with it.
well,
Okay.
as you just said, it's Mox and Joe in a cage match for the world title.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's gonna be in the cage. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, steel cage, man, for the world title. Joe versus Mox.
Come on with it.
They also got the Hurt Syndicate and MJF. They got
You think this dude Cedric Alexander's gonna pull up tomorrow?
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's gonna pull up tomorrow. Yeah, he's
I
gonna pull up.
do. His 30 days is up, so that would be lit if he did.
Yeah, and, so it's a big show, beach break, so it makes sense. He'd be the one that give the final thumbs down.
Maybe
Uh,
Bobby Lashley might give him a thumbs up, and then Cedric comes out and say thumbs down. That'd be
I
yeah.
don't
really
think
funny.
I don't think that'll work though because he still get outvoted.
Probably, but I could definitely see Cedric pulling up.
Yeah.
I love
Where
how
is
it's in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
was it
are.
Chicago?
Yeah, I love how they have beach break in Chicago and it's on a lake, Michigan. Okay, what the fuck?
Yo, when I went over there, when I was close to my lake, that shit was brick. That shit was like 1 degree over there.
Oh yeah, it's cold. Yeah,
Oh man, that shit was brick.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they got a tag team match. They got Josh Alexander and Takeshita versus Hangman and Osprey.
Oh,
Hang bang.
That's gonna be a good
that'd
match.
be good.
Can they coexist, pal?
They got a women's match. Sky Blue. Speaking of Chicago, Sky Blue is back.
Yeah,
Oh, she from Chicago?
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
they got a four-way. Sky Blue. They got Mina Shirakawa, Tony Storm, and they got this Japanese female wrestler
Oh
that
God.
took a title from Mercedes.
yeah.
Oh, AZM.
Yeah,
What's good, Josh? Yeah.
and they and this last match they got Ricochet versus Black Star's favorite throwback wrestler Zach Gowen.
Yeah.
That's so random.
Yeah, you already know Tony Khan loves his random shit.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
Zach
Zach
Gowen.
Gowen. I have not said that name in years.
I know he's been wrestling
So
in
he's
the
back from
Indies
death.
though. No, he's actually been wrestling in the Indies, so he might be better now. He better be better now. The fuck, all this time he's been in the Indies.
I have a funny story about Zach Gallen. I watched his segment in school. That one segment where where Brock threw him down the stairs and Brock was laughing. I watched that segment on YouTube once when I was in class, and my teacher, Mr. Dunbar, he saw me watching it, and he was like, "You still watch this shit?"
That was the perfect Make a Wish kid fucking ad right there.
I heard that was actually Zach that took that bump. So I'm like, props to him.
Probably
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, he wanted to take it. He was like, yeah,
We'll give you
Like
20
that.
grand. Okay, throw my ass down the stairs.
I've always said for years of Nate, people sleep on ruthless aggression. It was way crazier than Attitude Era. You had Big Show choke slamming Angle off a balcony like he was
Oh,
yeah,
USPA.
that'll never get old.
Yeah, good lord.
He's like, get off me, you jerk.
You had Tori Wilson's dad being fucked to death, like
fuck to death of a heart attack.
I'm like the perfect way to go out, buddy.
Wasn't that too with Bishop? Remember the wedding thing? He had the fake mask thing. He took it off. Was that part of that
Yeah.
era too? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bishop.
Yep, it was. That was
Yeah,
on
you
Raw.
had
though.
you had like the most. You had the ruthless aggression. Also had the most low key, best romance storyline ever. Remember when that one story where Christian and Jericho were trying to smash Trish and Lita, and they were betting
Yeah.
on who could hit it first, and
And
it ended
Chris
with
Jericho started catching feelings.
right, and it ended with Christian turning heel, and then he grabbed Trish and kissed her. Like that was a great story.
Yo,
Like that's a
I'm
simple
marked out.
story.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, y'all fucking love this dude, man. That's what I'm talking
Right.
about.
You could easily do a story like that today. Like maybe not pulling the hair, but you could easily do it. Like just every story meant something back then. Like it was great. That's the best era they ever did. I don't care what anybody says.
It's how he
Christian-
delivered it too. It's how he delivered it. He was like, "Hey, Chris Jericho, look at this," and then he just grabbed her by the hair, and just tongue kissed her like a slut.
Don't
That shit was
forget,
cinema.
don't forget the Triple H Batista story started because of a bet, like a 2000s movie.
Right.
Christian wore her face out that Mania. Jesus.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Seriously.
Josh, you a mess. I feel the same way. So that's what I be saying about. That's what I be saying, Sandman, about new coworkers. If I can coexist with them, we can all relate to that.
Yeah.
No, but I remember seeing Zach Gowen in TNA back in the like the weekly pay-per-view days.
I don't remember them. I don't remember him in TNA. When he went to TNA?
Like during like the weekly pay-per-view days.
When he first started, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the very
I'll
beginning.
look it up.
I don't remember. I don't remember that at all. Okay.
I mean, shit, they had
He was-
Shivani fucking beginning of TNA.
Like he was a part of the battle
They did?
royal to
Yeah, he
determine-
cut like a promo on like who was it? Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and some woman chick was doing an interview. And he cut in.
TNA was in
like one.
the
He was only there
ring
one
with
day.
them. Yeah,
Oh.
Pretty good promo by Shivani too, like a heel
like
promo.
TNA was with them.
Oh, we all remember Tanay.
Oh, that
I'll
was good.
tell you, that's when this dude AJ Styles was spazzing on Mike Tanay. Mike Tanay was like, "Man, come on, man. I seen you grow up. I seen you." AJ was like, "Nigga, I don't know you." That's when AJ had beef with Rhino. And this dude, because I guess AJ was turning heel. That's one of the first times he was turning heel and shit. And Rhino was basically trying to tell him, "Oh, this is not you." And Mike Tenay was trying to tell him the same thing. He was like, "My dude, I don't even know you. Like, what are you talking about? You capping."
I love when Don West cut on tonight. That was a good fucking segment too.
Oh, hell yeah. He was like, "I just can't stand looking at your face." And I ain't gonna
Like
lie,
Tenay?
kayfabe or not, yo, the dude just he did him dirty. He went behind his back on him, B. Pause.
Like TNA should do the English broadcast for Triple Mania. I think.
I love Mike Tenay. Mike Tenay is great.
Like I mean, like he's from Vegas, so that
Can he
wouldn't be
still
like.
do it though? That's the thing. Can you think he can still do it? He's a little older now.
Like I might think so. Yeah.
Man, oh, man.
Like if you put Tenay and Conan, that would be a good broadcast team.
She shanked a fan. What the fuck?
Oh man,
How good is the Coke, Sean?
how good is that Coke? You got that fine white, feeling all right.
Doing that, we doing the same blow that me and Razor did in 1994.
I am so glad you were never on social media back in the day. Jesus.
The click is in the building. What's happening?
No, but the Pacers just eliminated the Cavs.
Good. Celtics are done anyways.
Yeah, they are.
Shit. Tatum's out. Forget it.
He's gonna be out for this year and next year.
Yep, that sucks.
But the heartbreak kid is in the building. Matter of fact, one day, we got to do. I'm going to bring a surprise one day. You know what I got to bring for this channel? I got to bring Marty back.
Oh god.
Marty?
I don't know.
Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to bring Marty for the show one day.
Shit. That barbershop segment is still the greatest when he got thrown through the glass and Heenan goes, man, what a coward. He dove through the glass.
Yeah, man.
They could never make a better color commentator than Heenan.
No. It's, oh my God. It's just so funny. Oh, God.
Like the best part.
Sean Miguel.
But yeah, the
The best part
hardcore
about the Hogan.
kid is in the building, bringing it back 97 vibes. What's happening out here? At
What's going on in NXT? What happened in NXT tonight?
Ain't nothing really.
But
you
Bagwell,
know,
he returned to NXT.
I mean, you know, I don't watch a full episode of NXT. I just caught the last match. And that's it.
You know, coked out, Sean. Just a quiet night. Looks like how it was quiet on Raw last night. Seriously, I will never understand people who spend money to go to front row to just be on their phone. Like just stay the fuck home then.
Yeah. Regret. It's like this. It's like when you pay that ticket and then you sit down, you realize, damn, I robbed myself.
Like apparently with Oba Femi, they're planning a surprise.
I want to point out that Jey Uso is supposed to defend the title against Logan Paul, and 2 weeks in a row, they didn't even talk about that shit.
Right, no Logan Paul.
Here's the part. Here's the part that might piss you off, TKO. You notice the date on the Gunther match, right?
Yeah.
It's on a Raw. So he's not going to be Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah.
See, they're doing it already, man. So see, we always do this. No offense to you guys. I'm not saying anybody here does it. I'm sorry, you going.
No, I was just gonna say this is the second PLE where Jey Uso's not defending his title. Like,
right.
This is
and I was just going to piggyback off that.
Man.
Right. I was going to piggyback off that because I see it on social media all the time. People say, "Oh, this is the worst reign ever." It doesn't matter who the champion is. Like, if you don't fucking book the champion, it doesn't matter at all. That's the problem. Like the other day, I think I saw a statistic, and I'm like, that can't be true. Like the World Heavyweight Championship hasn't been defended on Raw in like 7 months. I'm like, really? It's been that long? 7 months? I'm like, then I looked it up. I'm like, yeah, 7 months. Like, wow. Like that doesn't even come off like a world title. It comes off like a mid-card shit. So like it doesn't matter who has the belt. If they don't book the person to show up and wrestle on big shows, it's not gonna matter. No one's gonna give a fuck.
It's basically the TV title. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because Triple H is too much of a safe booker. Like, like for example, if I'm working with Netflix, right? I'm giving the WWE $1 billion. Like WWE, I'm taking $1 billion for the WWE. I'm giving it in. I'm expecting to see your draws. I'm expecting to see the A-listers. Like everybody that you advertising on your promo package or your posters, we're expecting that in return to see the ratings even out to what we're seeing. Triple H is too much of a safe booker. He don't put none of his stars on these shows. We need all these motherfuckers here every week.
But what stars though? Like, there's only like a handful of stars left, and that's on the investors. That's on them because these dudes still thinking that Stone Cold's gonna pull up or The Rock's gonna pull up full time. They still think these dudes are still active, and it's like, how y'all don't invest? How y'all don't do your homework on the product that y'all investing in?
They got
to piggyback off that. To piggyback off that, another statistic that I had to fact check: Becky just had that match against Lyra at Backlash. Lyra won. You know, she's the Intercontinental Champion. They just introduced that belt. Since that belt has been introduced, that match that she had against Becky, that was the first time the Intercontinental Women's title was ever defended at a pay-per-view. And I'm like, really? It's never been
Yeah,
at a pay-per-view? Like, that was the first time. And it's like, wow.
yeah.
And I'm willing to bet the only reason it was on pay-per-view was because she was facing Becky. If she was facing anybody else, it would have been like a Raw match, like 100%.
Let me ask you guys this though. What's going on with Papa H, man? Like he ain't cooking like he was last year. This product feels like totally different. You know what I'm
I
saying? The
also
chicken
want to
got
point.
no more.
I also want to point out you could say the same thing about the women's U.S. title. That hasn't been defended on a PLE at all.
I think, like, didn't they defend it at Mania?
No,
Hold
No,
on,
did?
wait,
Okay.
hold on, wait. Let's
no.
slow down. Let's get back to coked out Sean's question because he do got a legitimate question. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because I guess you could say this the stories was already set in place. Like you had, you know what I'm saying, you had the bloodline going on. You had Judgment Day. You had certain storylines already in place. So he just coming into, I guess,
I think what's going on is that WWE, especially this year, well, let me rephrase that. At the very end of last year, going into this year, they've just been doing a lot of marketing, a lot of patting themselves on the back, and a lot of sniffing their own farts. Like, look at us. Like, oh, we're on Netflix now. Awesome.
mm-hmm.
Oh, Saturday Night Main Event is back. Awesome. Oh, look, we got all these massive sellouts and look at all these high gates. Like, they've been so focused on like promoting and pushing the brand that they forgot, wait a minute, we got to produce the show too. And they just stopped and they coasted. They coasted because I mentioned that here, like everyone's mad at The Rock, right? Like, yeah, Rock fucked up. He should have been part of the story, you know, with Cody and Cena. He absolutely, you know, played a big part in that. But I feel like the thing about The Rock that people, I think people just they either don't notice it or they just forgot. Rock threw Triple H under the bus. Rock wanted Cody to go heel, right?
Yeah,
And
he
Triple
really
H was
wanted that
like,
to happen. Yeah.
right. And Triple H was like, no, we're not doing that. And Cody's like, no, I'm not doing that. So then Rock is like, oh, well, let's just turn Cena then. And Triple H is like, oh, okay. So Rock was basically implying that they had no plan for Cody at all. Now remember, this was a week before Chamber. Chamber was March 1st this year. So you're like 2 months away from your biggest show of the year, and you don't have a penciled in main event for what Cody's doing? So that's what Rock said. Like
Mm.
he basically threw Triple H under the bus. How do you not have your main event penciled in? Like even if you don't know who Cody is facing, you should at least have like a general idea of where you're going. But if Rock is to be believed, Rock's basically saying they had nothing. And if they had nothing, it's because Triple H was coasting. He was like, oh, okay, we'll figure it out. You know how it is like
And
when you
But
take a
here,
class, right? And
and
you
you
got
know,
that big paper due at the very end and you just half ass it. Oh, we'll figure it out.
yeah,
I'll do it
yeah.
like the night before. That's what he did.
like, but here is my point. Like, if you're The Rock and you're planning something that huge, right? Cena turning heel or Cody turning heel, either way, he would have not been at Mania. Either way, either if Cody turns heel or if Cena turned heel. Either way, he would have not been there.
you
So
know what they
why?
could have did. You know what they could have did though if Rock wasn't
Hold
going to be
on,
there.
CK, let Black Soft finish. Let Black Soft. He was going somewhere with that. Let him finish. Go ahead, Black
So
Soft.
why turn those two people heel if the linchpin of the heel turn is not going to be there? It makes the
Agreed.
heel turn useless.
Agreed. Yeah.
It just goes to show
Right.
there's no plan across the board. I think you said it yourself, Coked Out, Sean. You're actually one of the few people that mentioned TKO, the brand, and like how they're fucking shit up, and they are fucking shit up. It's very corporate, as you said. It feels very corporate now than it never did under Vince.
Why
Go ahead,
couldn't
TKO.
they have ever? Why couldn't they? You know what they could have did if Rock wasn't going to be there? They could have just did a segment where they played his music and Cody got distracted and then Cena could have won that way. At least then it wouldn't have been as wouldn't have been like I would have did something like that. Like and then Rock could have just did some live stream saying, even when I'm not there, I could still my presence.
Yeah. See now with that, okay, because I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking like if they just played his entrance, then and he didn't show up, people would have probably got upset. They would probably got more upset, like, oh, how can you tease us like that? But him showed up via satellite and talking like the final boss or whatever, it would have been something. It wouldn't have been as good as him showing up like in the flesh, but that would have been a little something.
But for him to not even be involved, period, that showed me right there that there was definitely some beef there with him and Triple H because he didn't even promote the event, not once. He didn't make no post about it. He didn't make no tweet about it. Because last year, if you look at
an indication right there,
he ain't post nothing about WrestleMania. He ain't said we wasn't even a hashtag up there.
It wasn't, which is weird. But he promoting NJPW, and that's something.
Right,
instead of him promoting WWE WrestleMania, this motherfucker promoting NJPW. Right. So weird.
Triple H didn't mention The Rock in his Hall of Fame speech either. Don't forget that.
Like the part that pissed me off the most was that Cena was about to lose the match. All of a sudden, Travis Scott comes out and he smiles like the motherfucking cavalry arrived. Like the fuck, it's fucking Travis Scott.
So you needed to be saved by a rapper. Good lord.
I just think that the cracks and the dents in the armor are just starting to be shown. That's all. He's starting to coast, and he's finding out. It's like the kids say these days: "Fuck around, find out." Triple H is finding out. To me, the most egregious thing he's done so far, I don't understand. And big ups to the fans out there for calling Triple H out on it. I don't understand what the fuck that what was the TLC thing about? Why would you put that ice cold match at Mania and then you put the TLC match on Smack? What was that? What I don't get that at all.
They did it at the spur of the moment. Remember, they booked at the spur of the moment because he had felt the backlash. Remember, these dudes, Street Profits, they was on it is what it is podcast with Cam and Mace. Remember, Cam and Mace stirred that shit up too. Like, yo, how the fuck y'all not on WrestleMania? Y'all champions. What's going on here? These are casuals saying this when it comes to Cam and Mace, and they saying that like so. WWE had to do something to make it right somehow.
Yeah. Hey, same with Vince and Patterson. They always book 3-4 months in advance. It seems like Triple H is booking for TKO's approval.
No, and people try to say that shit too.
He just don't know how to book.
No,
he don't. With NXT back in the day when he ran NXT. So
but that wasn't him though. That wasn't him. I thought that was him too. But Toph said that was Regal. That was Dusty. That was Regal, Dusty, and who else? A-Train.
Yeah, Giant Bernard.
Matt Bloom.
Yeah, Matt Bloom.
I don't know.
That was who's the main bookers. He was just the one on his Dr. Dre shit and signing off on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Trips basically signed him. He signed him, and he took a photo with him. And at the time, because Sandman, like you've been saying this for a while. You've been saying this for like 2-3 years, and I didn't agree at first. I was kind of like, okay, that's how you feel. But now that I think about it, it's like, yeah, you're right. He is on that Diddy shit, because like he always wants to put himself front and center. Even even shit that's got like nothing to do with him. It's like, dude. Like this has nothing to do with you. Like let them have their shine. But yeah, he would do that in NXT. Remember when guys like Nakamura came or Bobby Roode came or Joe?
Yeah, he would always do that stupid finger point in the pic. Like go away.
Yeah.
All in videos.
Yeah.
All on record.
Like to me, and like tell me if I'm wrong, but like Like Triple H, like I think he's starting to see ghosts.
Not what it is. What it is, what it is. He's finding out the hard part of the business just now.
No.
He just got. Oh, go ahead.
Like what I mean by that is that like remember when like it was like a Monday Night Football game.
Yeah.
I think it was the Giants versus the Cowboys. And like Sam Darnold was just getting blitzed all game long. And like when the Giants coaches walked up to him and go like, yo, tell me what you see. And Sam Darnold said, I see ghost. And the coach looked at him like, the fuck? Like why are you seeing ghost? Like I think Triple H is seeing things that nobody else or that nobody sees other than him. And like he's
what it is he's
afraid.
expendable. He knows that. He's afraid because he's expendable. He knows that. And the TKO relationship, the merger of WWE, UFC, TKO, like I've mentioned this before. There's gonna be a downturn at some point. That's not me fear mongering. You're not gonna like these sellout arenas, the record gates, like that's not long term. Eventually, business is gonna go down. That's just how it is. And when that happens, when the business goes down and when they start booking those 30,000 seat venues and they can only get like say 15,000, then they start booking those 15,000 seats and they can only start getting like 8,000, and it's a bad look. Someone's going to be on the chopping block. Our business is down, our attendance is down, our ratings are down, our social numbers are down.
You know who they're going to look at first. You know who they're going to look at first.
Right.
Like
they're not going to look at Dewey. They're not going to look at the Nick Khan guy. It's him. And he knows
like
that.
What he should be doing, he should be booking like he's fucking Dana White. Not give a fuck. Just book how
What's good, Fletch?
How you normally book.
How you feeling, my guy? Shots go out to my guy, Fletch.
Got Chevy Chase in the building. Fletch.
Yeah, B.
And plus, on top of that, he's still I didn't mean to cut you off, Sam, man.
Go ahead. You good.
I was gonna say this. He doesn't really care. He carries himself as a non-confrontational guy. Like he carries himself as somebody that wants to please the talent. Because there's no way, I would say, a Vince McMahon, he would have Roman, what's his name? Roman, Cody, all those guys having a day off on this pay-per-view. Vinnie Mac would have been booked that tag match with Punk and Roman against Braun Breaker and Seth right at Backlash. They would have been had that promoted and got that out the way.
Yeah.
He too much of a safe booker to me. It's like, even when I looked at the main event last night, I'm like, hold on, no disrespect to the ladies, but y'all got to bring some star power here, man.
Hey, the reason why they didn't really care? Because we all knew who was going to win that match. And it sucks because Roxy and Julia, they're good.
They're very, very talented.
In the match. Yeah, they're really
very
good.
Talented.
The problem, I still say they brought up Julia too fast.
Yeah, they did.
If anything, Stephanie is literally more polished than Julia is.
Which is weird because they was bringing up Stephanie Valkyrie. Now they stopping. This is like that. Like no rhyme or reason. We just gonna start bringing her to the main roster now. So now we just gonna focus on two losers. Let's really be real. Julia and Roxy are losers. At least Stephanie Valkyrie looked like a winner because she was actually coming to the main roster and winning matches.
So you want to?
I think
you want to call up Stephanie with the title?
Triple H does. The main thing that Triple H does, that I think a lot of people are pretty much like in universal agreement on. He rides stuff way too long.
Yes.
Like he needs to understand that, like when something is played its course, like just end it. Like, why is the Judgment Day still a thing? Like you brought in Jeff Cobb just as you brought in Jeff Cobb, which is cool. I like Jeff Cobb, but you brought him in not to give Jeff something to do. you brought him in to keep the bloodline. Like, why? We're over this. It's done.
And then Black
It's
Star was
done.
right. I'm like, I'm mad Black Star's right about this. Like, this is not supposed to be happening. Why is Jeff Cobb? Why is motherfucker Sue following Solo? He's a loser.
Like apparently.
And one more thing. Hold up. One more thing. Because I know because some people are saying, well, Thomas hurt, Tonga Thomas hurt, so they got to give Jacob something. I'm like, cool. Then just call up Hikaleo. He's been under contract for a year. He's doing nothing. Like, did you really need to bring in Cobb for that? Whatever.
I think it's
like
Cobb is one of Jacob's biggest.
These ain't some spring tricks they do. These are guys in their 40s.
Right.
Like apparently with Cobb, they didn't know that because like he was supposed to show up that afternoon. He actually showed up an hour before showtime.
Bro, Jeff Cobb is literally one of Jacob's biggest ops. Like, why is
So that's
he...
why. So that's why they moved up the 4-way to lead off. It was supposed to be Dom versus Penta. That was supposed to lead off, and the 4-way was supposed to happen third. What was supposed to happen was that Cobb was supposed to show up after the match was over to confront Jacob and have that be the match.
Let me ask you guys this: what was Jeff Cobb contract up when he was in? Who was it? NJPW.
Yeah.
When was his contract up? Because I'll say this:
it was up. Oh, okay, go on.
I'll say this: instead of it being Braun Breaker with Seth Rollins, I would like why not have Jeff Cobb with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman? At least with that, it would have been a little better. You know what I mean?
Because that story would have.
Would have also
made to ride a lot longer.
It would have also, and not that I would have wanted this, but it would have also it would have actually made more sense if Jeff Cobb had joined Judgment Day, because that was the whole story.
Oh, that would have been worse.
Whatever happened to the new member? Right. Whatever happened to the new member encouragement day?
That was a story that took like 2 months worth of TV because he kept saying, "Oh, we got to get a new member," and Balor was like, "No." Like they were doing that like for 2 months straight, and they just dropped it. Like nothing even happened.
So if we would have heard the rant of a fucking century from Sandman, if Cobb showed up on Judgment Day.
No,
am I right or
wrong? I want the Judgment Day to die. I'm just simply saying, like, if you're going to tell this story, at least have continuity with it. They just fucking dropped it. Like it never happened.
You two would have ran even harder if Cobb would have showed up on Judgment Day.
That's Cap.
Maybe, but still, at least it would have been consistent. They've just dropped. They're just dropping angles and expect people to forget. Like,
the reason why Cobb with the bloodline makes no sense is because that implies Fatu needs help, and we've already seen Fatu doesn't need any fucking help. So
and also Jeff Cobb of all people, Jeff Cobb is literally one of Jacob's biggest ops in wrestling.
Like the story is supposed to be Jacob versus Jeff Cobb. That's supposed to be the matchup at Money. Sooner or later, that's going to be the match, either at SummerSlam or at.
So you've given up. Okay, so wait. So just for clarity here, so are you implying that you've given up on Solo and Fatu? Because that was the match we were talking.
That's ball game over. Forget about that.
You hear that coked out, Sean? What you hear that?
That's ball game.
Yeah, Solo is now demoted to soldier. He ain't the capo no more.
That motherfucker, he worked at a concession stand. That's what he had.
Exactly. Shit.
It's like how 50 Cent said. He said, from now on, Jacob is the boss of the bloodline. And Jeff Cobb is the capo.
Man, Jacob was always the boss of the bloodline the minute he showed up.
Yeah. His aura alone. And as soon as he set foot into WWE, everybody's like, "Oh shit, who's this?" And it was a wrap ever since then.
It was over when he beat up Roman with 1 foot.
Yeah.
Yes,
He beat him
damn
up with
it.
a
He
boot.
beat up Roman with a medical boot by himself.
Damn, that's
I'm
another
never
money.
gonna forget that shit. Like,
Triple H. That's what killed me with Triple H. That's another money match right there. Roman versus Jacob.
I think
That's
they're
supposed
gonna
to be
do
the
that.
end.
They're gonna do that like maybe
That's
like
supposed to be the end game. That's
Yeah,
they
Roman's
like
should
end
have.
game.
yeah. I see that. I see they're gonna spin the block on that. If not that, they definitely better spin the block on Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu. That shit could
They
feed
got
families.
that guy too. Just by the history alone.
But yeah, that's definitely my biggest because you're saying that you think that Triple H is just too conservative as a booker. I agree with that. To me, my
What do
big
you?
issue is his stuff just goes on too long. Like Judgment Day should have ended, Bloodline should have ended. I
Yeah.
Real
guess
quick.
what's is EL's faction even a thing anymore?
No,
Damage
that's
control. Like,
dead.
Damage
That's
control. Now
dead.
Bro,
damage control
damage
back now.
control is, bro,
That shit
damage control been over. Kyrie Sane is injured. They
Like
just fired. They fired
apparently
Dakota
Asuka,
Kai.
and Kyrie are going to be a tag team. They're going to be by themselves.
Well, they need. Well,
yeah,
they just fired 2 tag teams, so they need to.
Yeah.
But apparently, to piggyback off of what Toph said earlier, expect
Take your time.
Oba's next title match to be revealed on June 7th. Like after he beats whoever the fuck he's facing. Like after he whoops his ass.
Who else does he have left? He doesn't beat everybody. Who else is left?
I mean, they're not spinning
like
the
he's basically
block.
gonna say who's left.
Oh, they're not spinning
Like
the block.
basically gonna say who's left.
Well, they're not spinning the block with him and Trick Williams, apparently, or at least that's not. Or at least that's what it looks like. But so I
Like
don't
then,
know.
that's when the
where
two
they're
surprises are gonna show up after that match. After he says who's left, and then 2 more people are gonna show up, and that's how they're gonna end Worlds Collide. But I think on like the next pay per view is supposed.
Hold on, Black. So let TKO go.
Oh,
No,
my bad.
I was just,
Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. Like, where do you go with Oba after this?
Okay.
All
I
the
think
time
what
they
it's
thought
gonna
they were going
take.
to spin it with Trick, but they're not. So.
I've alluded to this a couple of times. I know I don't watch NXT. You guys speak very highly of Obafemi. I think that's what it's going to take for the majority to really just start to like pull up to Tripp's office. When this dude gets called up, if Triple H starts giving him the same piss poor booking that he's giving like everybody else, I think that's going to be like, okay, like you can't defend this anymore. I think that's what
I don't even
take.
I do not trust Obafemi or Trick going to the main roster. I don't trust it. I don't.
Trick is the hype man.
And I just said on the last episode, like, they don't really need to fire people though. With all of these brands that they're working with, there's no excuse why you can't be moving people to like TNA, AAA, Evolve. Like,
right.
You would think, yeah.
You would think, like, come on, like there should be no excuse why people should be in catering right now.
And I asked this last week. Why did they fire the girls that they've been sending to TNA? What sense does that make? I don't understand.
Speaking of the ladies, King Leo said that women's division needs talent. Now all them ladies got to go to the main roster. JC Jane ain't gonna do it.
I think that's why they moved Julia so soon and Roxy.
Roxy is good. I like Roxy.
They should have sent Zoe Stark back down to NXT.
Well, she's next. She might be next to get the axe. Shoot.
That's what I'm saying.
She's still there. She's never on TV.
Yeah, instead of getting rid of her, use her at NXT or send her to TNA.
Right.
The sad thing is Zoe Stark is actually nice in the ring. That's the crazy thing.
The person who should get the axe is the Kid Alliance. I don't know why in the fuck she's still. But
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck you can find work for her? How the fuck
Mm.
this dude Omar still got a job? I'm harping on that. I don't care.
Nikita
Somebody-
Lyons, Nikita Lyons is whack in the ring, but you know why they kept her.
Well,
Somebody-
to the
She doing a split on somebody's meat.
to the defense of almost Almas. How you say his name again?
Omas.
Omas.
Okay,
So,
to the
so wait,
defense
who's
of
going
Almas.
to evolve? Who's going to evolve, King Leo?
Nikita.
Oh, Nikita Lyons is on Evolve. Yeah.
Okay. I was just gonna say, in his defense, at least we now know he wants to work, so it's not his fault. It's just
But he's whack, so that's why he's not working. He is whack. He's just big. His best
he's
match is against Seth Rollins, and that's because Seth is fantastic with anybody you put him in the ring with.
Pretty much, yeah.
But don't rip it to Ballet's guy. Ballet's a big Omos fan.
He sucks.
I'm sorry, but you cannot make me like somebody I just don't like.
Right, like, and I tried. I really tried. I was one of the number one advocates here. Like, come on, Omos, you got this. But it was like he got worse. And the MVP walking out with this dude, like, yeah, I turned my back on Lashley for this dude. I'm like, are you insane?
Well, clearly he
that was one of the last things Vince booked too.
Yes, it was.
MVP got into a Twitter war with you
over
over a fact. I'm like, my dude, this is a fact you're coming at me over. Like, my dude, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Like, bro, if you can't even look good with MVP as your manager, there's something wrong.
He tried.
And that clearly he learned his lesson because now he's back with Lashley. So
what did he do on Carmelo Hayes? They gave Carmelo Hayes a new gold chain with Andre the Giant's face. That's what they got for Carmelo Hayes. Give me a break.
Yeah, and he just got beat by Aleister Black. So yeah.
And you know they'll have people who say, "Oh, but it was a good match. Who cares? He lost."
Right.
Let that sink in. I like Carmelo Hayes. He was one of my guys that I was caping for. Like, he was the number one draft pick, so they made him feel like this dude's a big deal. He was the number one draft pick, like Finn Balor. He was like Finn Balor in that aspect. I thought they were gonna do something with him. But good Lord, they haven't done shit with him.
He's one of the main reasons why Triple H is not beating the allegations. No.
Bro, let this sink in. That gold chain and his best of 7 with Andrade is all he's gonna be known for.
And having some decent matches with Cody Rhodes. Can't forget about that.
I thought like they were gonna. I was a little annoyed last week. You know when Black came back, he took out Miz. He had to stare down with Carmelo. I'm like, all right, they'll have a match down the road. Nope, it was last week, and he just beat him. I'm like, really? Like, we're not gonna build to this?
Now what's next for them to do? Now what?
They ran that shit immediately, right? I said the same thing. I said the same thing last week about the Street Profits versus Fraxium. Like, why are we doing this shit now?
You know, it's a funny thing. Certain matches that happened last week on Raw and SmackDown, it could have been on Backlash, and Backlash could have been way better because of it.
No, the matches that happened last week realistically could have been summer feuds.
That too.
Summerfest.
No, it really could have been built up for the big summer pay-per-views. Like, think about it. The Street Profits versus Fraxium was going to cook. Carmelo versus Aleister Black, one of them could fight Jacob for the U.S. title, say the winner. Like, there's so many things you could have did.
I agree.
Yeah, but to me,
like, think about it. You telling me you wouldn't want to see Jacob versus Aleister Black somewhere down the line?
Oh, that would kill. That would kill.
Yeah, no, but they gave Carmelo, because remember Carmelo had won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. So basically,
the Miz, that fucking moron.
So basically, what this dude Carmelo did, he had got Andre the Giant's head from the statue and made it into a chain, made it into a gold chain.
And I see what Trips is doing too. I fucking hate it when I see this, not just in wrestling, but like in any medium of entertainment. And I know y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When people keep attacking you for not doing a certain thing, so you just do it to shut people up, but you don't got a plan for it. Because Triple H, he pays attention to the fans on social media. He 100% does.
Yeah, he does.
He hears what the fans
I
are
gotta admit
saying.
that.
He's aware of the I don't know how to book black talent. So now what he's doing is he's putting a bunch of accessories on black talent to give off the illusion.
You see that shit, right?
Something.
That's why I
Right.
fucks with you, Toph. That's why I
Right.
fucks with you. You see
We're
that?
gonna-
You
we're
see?
We're gonna put the Raw tag titles on the New Day. We're gonna put the SmackDown titles on the Street Profits. Oh, what's this? We have two black tag team, to make it look like we're using black talents, even though we're gonna ignore the fact that fucking the Raw division is fucking ice cold. Nobody gives two flying fucks about the New Day. You left the Street Profits off the Mania card. Okay, how about this? We'll have Carmelo win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal that nobody fucking cares about. And we'll give him an Andre the Giant chain so it looks like it means something. Oh, never mind. He's going to lose to Black next week. Like,
Oh, gold chain, though. Oh, fucking
Here's
gold
the part.
chain.
Here's the part that kind of pisses me off. And again, this is no offense to any of you guys. This is purely on what I see. Okay. And like people defend Triple H with their fucking life. It makes no sense to me because Triple H doesn't give a fuck about any of us.
He literally said it too. He said it.
How many y'all heard me say this a couple times? I haven't said it in a while, but Triple H is literally Vince McMahon Jr. in many ways. Don't ever get it twisted.
Here's one thing though. Vince didn't tell us to go fuck off.
Right.
No, Vince.
You gotta use the passive
told us to
aggressive
fuck off in
term.
different ways.
No, you got to use the passive aggressive term, which is be a fan. I hate it when people say that's just a passive aggressive.
Yeah,
way
he said
both.
He said either just watch it, just be a fan and just watch. And he told us to fuck off. He said that during one of them during the Road to WrestleMania, one of them podcasts he was on. Oh, I wish the fans would just fuck off.
Bro, I told you.
Now Vince told us to fuck off in different ways. Like, don't get it twisted.
Don't get this that tweet my displeasure promo aged terribly every day, don't it?
When he said, when Vince said, it's all about the money, life sucks, and then that was Vince.
But he was in. Let's really, to be real, he was in character around that time. Triple H wasn't even in character.
Bro, bro, I'm telling you that Triple H's tweet my displeasure promo aged horribly. He really thought, he really thought and at that time he really thought fans were never gonna stop watching until it did. And then them viewers started going down every day.
Do you guys understand?
All right, Nate, take it easy. I'll see you then. We'll see you then.
Do you guys understand me criticizing fairly, right? Do you guys understand that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want there to be.
I think it might be misunderstood. I'll say that.
Because, I just think that as much grief over the years that people have given, Vince or TK or Dixie or Jarrett or Bischoff, Triple H, he doesn't take criticism very well.
No,
that much is
they all lost touch. That's the thing.
I think he needs to take from Vince's, because again, we can all acknowledge Vince was a piece of shit, but he did do some things right. And one of the things that Vince did do was he was very private when it came to talking about like the product. You didn't really see him on podcasts or like radio shows and stuff. Like he never came off well when he did public stuff. So he figured that out, and either he made the decision to not do it, or maybe his agent or whatever. Triple H, he didn't come off very well at all. Like it wasn't even.
As a matter of fact, Toph, you might have to remix that, because remember when he was when he had the one-on-one with Bob Costas, he protected the business.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
If that was Triple H, Triple H would be like, "Oh yeah, fuck them. They don't understand this is all fake. You would have thrown us under the bus."
Right.
He
Right.
did throw
Yeah.
us under the bus. I remember Triple H blamed us for for the product being bad at that time.
And
Right.
like, and to me, the weirdest part about all this is that if you look at Triple H, right, and you look at like how he books things and how he tries to tell his story, is that it's so discombobulated. Like in most good wrestling storylines, like the beginning is your hook, right? Gets you to come back to watching the show. Your middle, nobody really cares about. But your ending should be, this is the reason why you watch.
You talking about like a Raw or SmackDown program?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like, for instance, with the Cena heel turn, it got us to come back. It got us to watch random Netflix Raws in motherfucking Europe.
Where we were
It
we
did.
were watching Monday Night Raw at like 3 in the afternoon.
Word.
Weekly.
To see the
Weekly.
payoff. Yeah, you're right.
In the middle, nothing happened. But the end, you had Travis Scott. That's the biggest slap in the face of all fucking time. You have Travis Scott come out. Cena
That's the
looked like
TKO influence.
this motherfucker saved my fucking life. And we're all looking at it going like, what is this?
Yeah, that's the TKO influence I'm talking about. So I can't put all of it on Triple H. Some of that is on TKO because they're adding in these UFC like elements. And to your credit, Black Star, some of the stuff UFC does, it works. But as we're finding out, some of the stuff they're doing is not working. That they're showing the celebrities in the crowd every single week. It's exhausting. Showing the wrestlers coming to the ring or coming to the arena every single week. Like I understand doing that, like if there's like a big title match or something, or if it's like a big show. But if it's just a regular episode of Raw and SmackDown, it's like okay, like it just comes off as time filler, like they're just killing
Like
time.
Saturday's
Yeah,
main event,
but
you show
even so,
celebrities there.
hold on. But even so, my dude, like celebrities always came to WWF/WWE, and Vince would know how to, and like he would know how to sew that shit into the show. Like when he had like a Buster come through, or when he had an Arnold Schwarzenegger coming through, like he would find a way to make it make sense. Now, granted, you had your Kid Inks and your Flow Riders and all that bullshit. Yeah, that didn't really work as well. But you also had like Bad Bunny, and you know what I'm saying? And he made the shit made sense. Like I'm just calling shit down the middle. I'm being very fair. Like
Mhm.
this dude, we can all agree Triple H is just in over his head. He's just so stuck in a bubble, which is so weird. It's like, oh my dude, you're supposed to be the student of the game. That's what you named. That you named yourself that. That's what you lived and breathed and bled.
That's why I said last week the honeymoon phase is over. And by honeymoon phase, I don't mean for us, I just mean the general vibe because the honeymoon
Yeah,
phase was, yeah, because the honeymoon phase was like,
Like everybody
okay,
loves you.
Vince is
Everybody loves you.
gone.
Everybody's sticking your nuts.
like
Right?
remember
Right, right.
Coked Out Show? Coked Out Show was like, yo, whatever happened to? A matter of fact, Nate asked that. Whatever happened to the black and gold Triple H? And
Right.
And you already blew that shit up, Tove. Like that wasn't Triple H. That was these motherfuckers.
And
It was
just for
William
clarity,
Regal.
for
It was Dusty. It was Matt Bloom. It wasn't Triple H. He's being exposed.
right. And just for clarity, for any listeners out there who are confused, what do I mean when I say the honeymoon phase? The honeymoon phase really started, I'd say it varies, it's subjective per fan. For me, their current honeymoon phase started when Cody left AEW and went back to WWE. That was WrestleMania 38. That would have been 2022. Then the Vince allegations started, and then Vince got out of there. Triple H got the book. Then the TKO thing happened. Punk left AEW. So basically, 2022 to 2023 would be the beginning of what I would consider the honeymoon phase. It's basically like when the narrative began to turn, where it's like, oh, WWE is getting good again. Everybody's coming back to WWE. Roman was champion. Punk was back. Cody was finishing the story. They were all the shows were selling out, record gates, everything. Like they could do no wrong, basically. Like 2022, 2023, 2024. Now here we are in 2025, and you're starting to see the cracks. You're starting to see the dents, the inconsistencies, the false storytelling, the backstage drama, the politics, just the inconsistent mid-card stuff. But Triple H is now starting to take the heat because now you're starting to see him be all passive aggressive, in interviews and podcasts and stuff like that. He's making less appearances, probably because someone told him, hey, bro, you don't really come off that well. So he's probably taking the advice. So that's what we're talking about. The honeymoon phase is over now. As Sandman just said, he's in over his head. So we just want the product to be better, man. We just want it to be better. All I want is just for a product to make sense. So I was confused.
Because we throw shots at, well, really me, like not much so everybody else. I won't talk for everybody else. But I throw shots at AEW also. You know what I mean? Because the fuck out of here. I'm spending time and money into this shit. Mm-hmm. And we need a good show in Kansas City, god damn it. Stop coming over here with some bullshit. They want to come over here with some bullshit. They want to go to St. Louis and give them the good shit. Knock that off, AEW. So Newell said Vince has straight up said he doesn't care what any of us think. But he was in character, though. Let's really be real. Like Vince, and I'm not here saying, I want Vince to come back. I'm just stating the facts. When Vince would go on, when he went on like a Bob Costas or when he went on like a show like that, before podcasts was even a thing, he always held us down, as far as I remember. Mm-hmm. He will never let like an outsider make fun of wrestling fans.
The other thing Vince did, we may not agree with whatever his booking was, but Vince would not go into a big show like a Mania or a SummerSlam without an idea of what he was doing. We may not have agreed with what he was doing, but he always had an idea of where he was going. Vince would not book a WrestleMania that's in April and it's March and he's got nothing written down. Like not even he was that senile. No, right. That's what Triple H was doing. Because again, like fuck Rock for what he did. But if Rock is to be believed, he's basically saying that they had no plan for what Cody was doing. Like as far as Rock was concerned, Rock was basically saying as of March 1st, 2025, nobody was penciled in to face Cody for the WWE title at WrestleMania. That makes no fucking sense.
And also, real shit, shots go out to Meltzer. Because I'm going to say it again. I was throwing shots at Meltzer. I'm like, how the fuck they're not going to have plans for Cody? And they gave him the belt. They had a whole year to plan. Because remember, he didn't win at 39, at WrestleMania 39, but he won at WrestleMania 40. So that gave them a whole year. Like, okay, he's going to lose at 39. Let's build up a story for him after he wins at 40. They didn't have anything for him. How don't you have something? You had a whole year. A whole year. What the fuck are y'all doing?
They didn't have shit planned for him when he lost at 39 either. So, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right. They had him beef with Brock for like, 6 months?
Yeah, and we still don't know why that happened.
Yep, they never gave an explanation. Never.
Right. Brock just showed up, gave Cody an F5, and just flipped off the camera. That was it.
Let's really be real, though. That would, I think the Tribal Chief would have been by himself in that tag team match. Because remember, it was supposed to be a tag team match. It was supposed to be Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar
You
against
knew some.
Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Like, come on, that's
You knew some shit was. You knew some shit was up. It's like Brock never wrestles on TV,
especially a
Right.
tag team match.
Right.
This
Right.
dude hadn't wrestled a TV match since like 2004. Like you knew it was gonna be some bullshit.
Right. But they didn't do
After
shit with
that,
Cody that year either. Because
yeah.
after that, they had him in a random feud against Nakamura. While
Nah, before that, he was beefing with Cringeman Day. Remember?
Yeah.
he was fighting Judgment Day like every week and
You
every
forgot.
incantation.
Yeah. And then he won the tag title with Jay for like a month for some reason. That also was kind of weird.
Yeah. They had him fight Judgment Day in one-on-one matches, tag team matches, in war games.
And I will always mention this, and I will always mention this, and people don't mention this enough because, unfortunately, right now he's just not a big time player. And I say that to not throw shots at all because I like this guy, Damian Priest. Like people keep saying, like every time I hear podcasters, like I do this sometimes, right? Sometimes I'll be bored and I'll just listen to what other podcasters have to say. You know, a lot of people say the same thing about Damian Priest. They say he's cool, he can go in the ring, but they all say he's missing something. But they can't put their finger on exactly what it is. And I'm happy y'all mentioned that because
we were saying the same thing. we were saying
see, for me, where they fucked up with Priest, it goes back to that stupid thing that TKO just mentioned, where Cody was feuding with the Judgment Day, right? Remember the alliance between the Bloodline and Judgment Day that went fucking nowhere? The alliance that
yeah.
something.
Well, they had a deal, a business deal going on, or some shit like that.
See, to me, that fucking killed Damian's credibility because when Damian had the Money in the Bank briefcase, he didn't even look at Roman, not once. Now, obviously, he wasn't going to cash in on Roman.
He was way too powerful at that time.
Right. Of course, he's not going to cash in on Roman, but at least tease it, you know? Like at least tease the idea that like I'm not afraid of you, you know, to like imagine the idea. Imagine if they had did the like the concept of the Judgment Day and the Bloodline. Imagine that they teamed up with Damian Priest and Roman on the same team. Imagine like a false finish where Damian considers cashing in on Roman, but then changes his mind. Like, but they didn't do that. Like the entire time when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase, he was just focused on Seth. And while he was focused on Seth, he was in a comedy feud with R-Truth. It totally hurt his credibility. And then when he cashed in, it wasn't even about him. When he cashed in, it was about Punk fucking over Drew. Like they never really gave him his own arc. And then when he finally won the title, he couldn't even enjoy it because of this stupid Judgment Day shit with Finn Balor. And it's like, okay, whatever. They're doing their story. All right, Finn turned on him. All right,
you know what?
Fine.
Believe it or not, I actually liked his title reign. A lot of people may not have liked it. I liked it.
His title reign wasn't horrible. It was just it's just discredited because they kept him tied with the Judgment Day shit.
And he was trying to get away from them though. And it did tell a good story. He's like, yo, get the fuck away from me. I don't need y'all motherfuckers.
It felt like when he was finally comfortable and when it was finally going somewhere, he lost. Like he needed maybe a month or two more. You know, that's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll ever win a world title again. I'm not sure.
He will.
I like the guy, but yeah, just right now on SmackDown, he's just there. He's not really connecting like he did on Raw.
And I think Cena's he's stifling SmackDown. It is what it is. He needs to hurry up with this fucking campaign he got going on because, like, let's just pass on the belt. You know what I'm saying? Cody's gonna end up coming back and losing to him. I mean, he's gonna end up beating this dude Cena.
Well, Cena's last match is officially on December 13th in Boston. So
Are they gonna name it Ruthless Aggression? That's what I heard.
I don't know what they're gonna call it, but they're promoting it as Cena's last match. So
It'll probably be streamed. They'll want to stream that, I imagine.
They got to do something crazy though. Like they really got to do something really monumental.
it's got to make up for the Mania match. I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
that's what you want John Cena's last WrestleMania match to be remembered.
because
Jesus.
it don't even feel like he won title number 17. It don't feel like it at all. You didn't even at least have Ric Flair come through and shake his hand. Nothing. They fumbled the bag badly with him winning number 17. I think that's the main reason why a lot of people are upset because of, like, you know what I mean? Like we miss having genuine monumental moments, especially since y'all fumbled the whole John Cena heel turn. That shit got fumbled.
It seems to me that they book for the moment,
Yeah, shock
but
value booking. Yeah,
Yes.
Tony Khan.
it's
Tony Khan does that shit too. These motherfuckers do that shit and then they don't have no plan afterwards. That
yeah.
shit drives me nuts.
It seems like that's what he's doing. He's booking for the moment, but he's not thinking, how do we get there? Like, I always thought that, like, last year, I was a very big advocate, or not advocate, anti-advocate for how little sense the Jimmy J story made. And, how, that didn't make sense. You just mentioned the Cena thing. Everything's about the moment, the moment, the moment. But, like, okay, what about what happens after the moment? And it's like, no one's really thinking about that.
That's why I give Karrion Cross credit for his promo. He said it best.
He's another one.
Motherfucker,
What's up with him? I'm not even like I can put aside my own feelings, even if I
Yeah,
don't like
yo,
a wrestler.
TKO. They you say he's like what number 3 up there when it comes to the merch selling, and
his
they reward
t-shirt,
him by not putting him on the fucking show.
yeah, his t-shirts are like the third highest after that promo he cut, and he's not even featured on Raw in any way. Good lord.
That's a Vince McMahon move right there. That's something Vince McMahon would do.
I'm like, bro, did you not? His promo still holds true. You ignore what you have for a viral moment. Like, my nigga. Oh, God.
It's unbelievable, bees. It's unbelievable and unacceptable. That shit corny. We was expecting a new administration. There's really not much new. Like when it comes to aesthetics, when it comes to how the show look visually, yeah, it's new when it comes to that. But the booking is really not that new. It's either either worse or the same old recycled bullshit.
I always said that, bro. I've been saying that. It's just people they hated Vince so much that when he was finally gone, people just overreacted, and people were just treating it like it was like because I remember I was getting into arguments with John like in 2022, 2023, where he was like, "Oh, this is the best WWE's been since the Attitude Era." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
This is nothing like the
What
Attitude
the
Era."
hell?
Like, no, it's not.
What the
Like,
hell?
no, it's not at all. Like, that's really what it
Oh
is, bro. That's
god.
why I call it. That's why I call it the honeymoon phase. Like, people just they hated Vince so much, and people had soured on AEW. They just wanted something different. And when Triple H got the book, people were just thinking like, "Yay, it's going to be like Black and Gold NXT, but on the main roster." Like that was the mentality that people had in their head. And now people are kind of coming to that realization, like, "Yo, this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. This is about the same
And
as
and
Vince."
people gotta remember that was only an hour show. It was only an hour long show once a week.
Now you're
Right.
booking for two. Now you're booking for 2 3 hour shows. Like what? Like it's a massive difference.
Oh, my bad, TKO. You ain't finished the beach break card, right?
No, I did. It was only like 5 things announced.
Go ahead, say it one more time. Let's do some predictions one more time before we get up out of here.
Uh, the tag team match between Hangman and Osprey versus Takeshita and Josh Alexander.
Callis family.
They got
They
MJ.
should win though. Like when it
I'm,
comes to that match, they should win. The Callis family, they need to win badly. Like they should win that and show that Hangman and this dude Osprey can coexist, and that's gonna give them more heat for their match at the Owen.
Agreed.
they got the Don Callis. They got that match. They got the Hurt Syndicate and MJF with the possibility of Cedric showing up.
I'm banking on it.
We got Ricochet versus Zach Gowen. Still can't believe I'm saying that.
That'd be a fun
Wow.
spectacle.
They got
Mm.
they got Tony Storm versus Sky Blue versus Mina versus AZM in a 4-way.
That's a Japanese lady I was talking about, AZM.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they got Mox and Joe in a cage for the world title.
So I'm already interested in like what 3 matches, I guess, But we'll be
Yeah.
here tomorrow for it. You know what I'm saying? I like going live. I like going live for AEW special events or Dynamite special events. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like 9 times out of 10, they be good.
Yeah.
There's early reports today. I guess is the last thing I'll say for the show. There's early reports going around, not confirmed yet, that Evolution 2 is going to be the same day as All In. And if that's true, I actually think that's just a really shitty move. And not for the reason you may think. I think that's a shitty move for the girls. Because if you're going to be doing Evolution 2 the same weekend as All In, most people are going to choose All In. It's almost like they're setting them up for failure because Mickey James had said that she had been trying for years to do an Evolution 2. And she was told by one of the producers, we're not going to do an Evolution 2 because you guys aren't draws and y'all don't make money, which I thought was kind of a harsh thing to say. So if this is true, and again, like this is just an early report, but I've checked around. 411 Mania is reporting this. Observer is reporting this. Sean Ross Sapp is reporting this. They all said the expectation is for the show to be on All In weekend, the same day as All In. So if that's true, it almost seems to me it's like they put it on All In weekend on purpose so that it can bomb, so they can have a reason to not do it again, if that makes sense. That's not fair to them. But again, time could change.
Do you
And
think that's
also,
do you think that's the elaborate scheme? Like you really did they on that type of time to just throw them in traffic like that intentionally?
I think so.
Wow.
I mean, why would Mickey lie about that? I mean, that's what. And it wasn't that long when Mickey told the story. When Mickey said a producer told her, "You guys don't make any money. You guys aren't draw." That was like 3 years ago. So this
I
wasn't
remember
like
that.
yeah. So it wasn't like a wives' tale from like a decade prior or something. So,
I remember that because that's when she had went to NWA and did Empower.
Right.
I remember that.
And also, just for clarity as well, when AEW does All In Texas, that show will be earlier in the day. It will not start at 7. It will start at 4. I think 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that would also affect whatever other show is going to be happening that same day.
Well, what's played at that time? Evolution?
That's what the early report is.
Shit.
So it would. So if
so what it would be like at Saturday in the afternoon?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if All In was to start at say 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, and then the Women's Evolution 2 starts like at 6 or 7, then the pay-per-views would literally like run into each other time slot wise. You see what I'm saying? Like they would literally be on at the exact same time.
Don't hold on, give me 1 second, TKO. Don't AEW pay-per-views be like on Sunday nights?
Not for All In. Right now, the date is for Saturday, not Sunday.
Oh,
Still a bad idea for WWE to do that.
yeah, it is. Damn, that's crazy. They got to bring out Ronda Rousey, yo. They have
That's
no
what I
choice.
mean. Like, it sounds like they're setting it up for sabotage because companies will do that sometimes.
Ronda
Like, if they want
Rousey, Nikki Bella, Part 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
companies would do that sometimes. Like when they want something to fail, like they don't want to commit to it, but they already signed a contract. They will literally will put it in a bad time slot on purpose, so it will bomb. Networks will do that. They'll have something come on like at midnight when nobody's awake. They'll have it come on like at 8 a.m. in the morning. That way, you're like, see, nobody watched because it's 8 a.m. Who the fuck's watching this at 8 a.m.? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, companies would do that sometimes.
Yeah, Vince, he was known to do that shit a time or two. Remember with
Right.
the Wednesday Night War with NXT against AEW when AEW first had came out.
Yeah.
Remember, this dude threw NXT to the wolves.
Yeah.
That's when AEW was popping.
Oh, yeah.
Went to go see, I'll never forget that shit. I went to go see that Iron Man match between Pac and this dude, Kenny Omega. Fun times.
You were lucky, man. That was like right before the pandemic, too.
Right before the pandemic, B. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
I guess before we get out of here, this will be the last thing I say. Since I posted it in the chat, my throwback match is Elimination Chamber 2013. The Shield versus the Wyatt family.
Oh, nice. I believe that was the final pay-per-view before the WWE Network took off.
It was. I felt like that match because they were the two hottest factions, and they actually made me look forward to 6-man tag matches because every match they were in cooked.
Was fun as fuck. Hell yeah.
And then when you put them against each other on the pay-per-view, good lord, that shit was great.
Word, and that's what we're gonna be doing from now on, B. When it comes to TKO match of the days, he gonna throw that shit right in the chat for y'all viewing pleasure. Who's this Bernard Hedspeth?
Yeah, man. And they
got
just
the
uploaded
MF
that
Doom
shit.
shit going on. Evolution will outdraw All In. Ripley is a bigger star than everyone in that company. What the hell are you guys talking about?
No,
I don't
bro.
know what the hell you're talking about. Like,
No. It will
like,
not outdraw.
Man. We like Rhea Ripley, but
Nah, bro. If they were gonna do an Evolution, like there's a reason they haven't done an Evolution 2, my guy. If they were
And
gonna
yeah,
do it, they would have by now.
right. Rhea is a draw, granted, but I don't think Rhea is a bigger draw out of all of AEW. Let's really be real.
The only reason they even did the first Evolution was because they had Ronda Rousey. Everyone knows that. If Ronda Rousey wasn't on the roster, they would never have done the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
The only reason they had a women's main event was because of Ronda Rousey. Was because of her. She's the only reason any of that should happen.
Yeah, let's really be real. It looked goofy having Nikki Bella struggle against her in the main event.
Yeah.
Like, who's legitimately going to believe Nikki Bella struggling against Ronda Rousey? Give me a break. You know what I mean? Ronda Rousey struggling against Nikki Bella. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, B, but let's get up out of here. Gonna be here tomorrow for that beach break. We all know Samoa Joe's gonna lose, unfortunately. Hopefully he loses in fashion. He didn't look like a complete jobber.
Yes, sir.
Because this dude put him to sleep. So Mox is like, yo, you owe me, right? You made me fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? I need my get back.
I was gonna say I do like how they're getting over Joe's choke. Pause. Like he gets it in and they just tap out immediately. I do like that.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
You gonna say something before we get up out of here, TKO?
No, man, all good. Except for the fact that my new EP is dropping in July.
Oh snap!
Yeah, man, my new project Afro and B drops July 14th.
Why did you name it that? You said Afro and B. What's the reason behind that name?
It's an R&B album with Afro beats.
Okay.
Yeah, man, Afro and B, Afro beats with R&B songs on it. That's what it is. And just to get y'all hyped for it, I'm gonna drop a new music video in June. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, that's next month.
Yeah, man.
Shit. Oh yeah, you know who birthday it is? You know, today's this dude Glacier's birthday.
Blood runs cold.
Oh man. Happy birthday to Glacier and all that. One of my low-key favorite characters. He's one of my favorite characters in wrestling. And yeah, let's get up out of here, B.
Yeah, man.
Rest in paradise to Sabu. Thanks for the memories. Thanks for helping ECW pop. And enjoy your night, fellas. See y'all tomorrow.
All right, later.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Shouts go out to Ballet. Shouts go out to Anubis. My dude Josh. King Leo. Much love to all of y'all, B. Thanks for pulling up. Like I said, we'll be live tomorrow for the AEW Beach Break. We'll be live for Friday, normal scheduled programming when it comes to that. And Saturday, I will be doing the Capcom Collection Classics Part 2. I'll be streaming with that gaming. So make sure y'all pull up, you know what I mean? And let's have some fun with the gaming, B. You already know the vibes. I got the Monday Night Munchies posted, you know what I'm saying, for the food porn. And bogus behavior is coming to y'all real soon. If not tonight, tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Appreciate the new subbies, too. We got some new subbies in the building. I'll let y'all know the schedule. So that's how we give it up over here. Make sure you pull up. Talk your ish. If you like what you hear, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Hacksaw Jim Duggan style. Whoa. Make sure you sub up if you haven't already. You're on the path to 850. 50. Appreciate y'all, B.
You already know what time it is. We in the business of hurt. What's happening?
Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine. Yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. But we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt. We don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people. Y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business. Yeah, you already know who's coming. If you're scared to get hurt, you better start running. Run up, get done up with a spirit like Lashley. Get balled up like MVP, don't at me. Either pay dirt, cause it's all about Benjamin. Upgrade to platinum, thank God for excellence. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, all bar. Wait a minute, rewind that back. Don't make Alexander check y'all with a lumbar. Might as well tap out a submission, all bar. Or get locked in a hurt lock, get jacked up. Wanna do business with us? Nah, back up. This is grown business, we will hurt you with our suits on. Put the work in to tend to be very hands-on. Pay us and go let the losers keep losing. All I gotta say is business is booming. It's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. When we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
I try to hurt lock till his heart stop. Super kick to the face, then his head pop. I be the MVP, people envy me. I got a spit waiting for my enemy. Yeah. All the belts we taking, these chicks see the money we making. Get the big bag, the ops been mad. Put your body in Lashley chin back. Snatch up gold, smack up foes. Handsome, we fresh head to toe. Tailor made suits for my troops. You wanna choose? Ego boost. My job to hurt people, you're feeble. Get jackknife like Diesel. Full Nelson, break both arms. Use them as my good luck charm. Wine and cheese at Trattorias. Watch you up in my arena. Fold you up just like a pizza.
Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. Man, they ain't hearing me. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to shine, yeah, it's time to grind. I'ma take anything that is gonna be mine. I'ma hurt anybody trying to cross that line. I'ma hurt anybody for not paying on time. When we come on the scene, y'all better respect us. We play chess to hurt, we don't play no checkers. We get paid to hurt people, y'all about to witness, cause we are the hurt business.
Tell that nigga turn it up. Nobody in here have an empty cup. Better run and escape and go pray. I'm a human, hang